The number one reason insurance denies roof claims is not what you think. Insurance companies aren't denying your claim because you don't have damage. They're denying it because they don't have documentation. This is why we use drones, AI technology, satellite imagery, and just good old roofing experience to document everything that might be wrong with your roof. You as a homeowner need a roofer with documentation standards. Call Absolute Restoration. Let us come and inspect, document, and present.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. Thanks as always for tuning in with us right here on your Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Dealing with some rain out there. You can see it behind me on Mississippi Live radar. Have this looping over the past few hours out there. And you can just see showers pouring in from the south. They're moving northerly throughout our area this morning, impacting a lot of us out there. So some wet roadways and some ongoing rainfall. Let's talk about where the rain currently is as I have this stop. Here's one thing to note. You can see the lightning strikes, wrong hand, right here. 0. So I'm not tracking any storms out there, but some heavy rain nonetheless, especially if you're traveling along 45 this morning. I'm talking 45 all the way from Alcorn, Prentiss County down into the Golden Triangle region, down into Noxubee County, dealing with rain out there. Another band stretching from places like Lafayette County, New Albany, Ecru, Bruce, all the way down into Grenada County and Winona this morning. So that's one line that's kind of making its way in. Another band sitting just to the east, and it's a little bit heavier from Monroe down to Lowndes County. So I encourage you, if you are traveling along, again, 45 this morning, especially in this area, or traveling along the Golden Triangle region from Starkville, Columbus, all the way to West Point, you're going to be dealing with a lot of rain out there. The further south that you go, the heaviest it looks to be around Crawford as well, and south of the city of Columbus. Some moderate to even heavier pockets making their way in this morning. So definitely going to need the rain gear out the door if you're in these specific places. Over in Amory as well, from really Tupelo, Fulton, all the way down into Amory, I encourage you to have the rain gear with you, seeing some heavier pockets as well in portions of Monroe County. So from Central Grove, Bigby, over into Amory, some heavier pockets along 278 this morning as well. But no lightning associated with this, so no storms out there. Doesn't mean rainfall can't be heavy at times, though. Let's talk about the conditions out the door. I want to show you a live look out there. Again, I'm not going to track those because they're kind of scattered in nature and they're all moving off to the north and a little bit to the east. We'll show it on Futurecasts in the next few minutes. But take a look at this. This is over in Columbus. Again, lots of rain over in Lowndes County, just very wet roadways. You can see it on this intersection of 82 and 45. I showed this as well at 6:30. So this is the same camera we showed in the past hour, live MDOT traffic camera, just because you can see just how wet the roadways are for some this morning. So I encourage you, you got rain ongoing in your area, make sure to plan ahead out there, take it slow. Temperatures in the middle 50s over there in Columbus. So very wet roadways happening, but that's not for everybody. A lot of us waking up as well with a lot of cloud cover, especially if you're in Northwest Mississippi. So really sitting east of 55 or along 55 this morning, not necessarily getting in on as much rainfall. This is over in Pontotoc. You can see rain kind of surrounding the county, but not necessarily within the city of Pontotoc. Lots of cloud cover out there. Temperatures in the low 50s. So not everyone dealing with rain this morning, but dealing with a lot of clouds, and definitely everybody dealing with warmer conditions in comparison to the past few days. Take a look at your temperatures out the door. In the 50s out there, 54 in Holly Springs, 54 over in Lafayette County, 55, Eupora, Starkville, 54, Macon, 54. In comparison to yesterday, we are sitting anywhere between 10 up to 20 degrees warmer. So as you're headed out the door this morning, you're definitely not going to need that coat, especially the further east you are. You're dealing with conditions about 20 degrees warmer than they were yesterday morning. So definitely a warmer start to a warmer day ahead. Let's look at your first 12 hours. Temperatures stay really in those low to middle 50s by your 8 o'clock hour. We'll be near 60 by 11. Low 60s out there by 2. 60s kind of stick around for your afternoon ahead. So pretty mild day out there, but not going to be a great afternoon to have any outdoor plans. As you can see, rain chances really increase as we head into your afternoon and early evening times. That's when we're looking at the front actually making its way in and causing more coverage in that rainfall. Temperatures go back into the 50s by your 8 o'clock hour, and then rain chances do go down pretty drastically later on in the evening and into the overnight hours. Take a look overall at what we're watching on satellite and radar. Again, I showed you that rain that is in North Mississippi right now, especially northeast Mississippi. We're seeing those scattered showers just kind of moving in, making their way off to the north and east. This is that cold front, though, that we're watching. As it comes in, it's going to be bringing more rain with it. And I know people have questions. Is it going to rain this afternoon in my area? Watch as this front moves in. Yes. The answer is yes. As the front makes its way in, we are going to be seeing rain continue to move in and become more widespread in coverage this afternoon. So I'm thinking anywhere between 3 all the way into your 7 o'clock hour, we're going to be tracking a lot of rain moving through with multiple bands of rainfall, one of those ahead of the front, one of those along the front. So multiple rounds coming through this afternoon and evening. If you got any plans, I encourage you to maybe make them indoors if you can, if they're outside, because few of these could be on the gustier side of things. Most likely going to be seeing some lightning, so storms moving through with that front coming in. So make them indoors, and also just make sure to have your rain gear out there if you're going to be picking up the kiddos around 3 o'clock if they're still at school, if you're getting off work as well, as that's going to be continuing over into your commute times. The good news is that front will be out of here by the time most of us go to bed, and especially by the time we're waking up on your Friday. So Friday looking like a day chocked full of sunshine. Lots of sunshine in the forecast across the southeast for Friday. So lots of sunshine out there going into the last day of our work week. Enjoy it. Now it's going to be cooler, but at least we'll see some sun. Going into your weekend, another front will drop in as we head late Saturday into your Sunday, keeping about a 30 to 20% chance overnight and then into Sunday due to this front. Not looking like a lot of rain with it, though. Nothing to be canceling any plans for. Coming up next, we'll talk more about your overall rain chances. We'll go more hour by hour in depth about the rain today that's going to be coming more prevalent into the afternoon as well. And I'll have a look at your holiday forecast. Wondering what's going to be happening on Christmas. Well, I wouldn't be expecting a white Christmas by any means here in North Mississippi, but we'll talk more specific about your holiday forecast coming up after this as well.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
If you're a family of 4, 5,
or 6, 7,
Merry Christmas
from Mississippi Live Weather.
That was good.
I think that was the one.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, you guys didn't do it.
No, we didn't.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggye McCauley.
Hey, good morning and welcome back to the Room to Room Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Maggye McCauley. The time now is 7:10. Let's get you out the door this morning. I want to show you where the showers are setting up. We are looking at some scattered showers setting up all the way from Alcorn County down to Monroe County, down to Lowndes County, down to Winston and Noxubee County. So just right in northeast Mississippi along 45 really this morning. If you are traveling along there, you're going to be dealing with rain for a lot of your drive. So northeast Mississippi just really getting in on the rain. Also seeing a very light band taking place from places like Bruce down into Grenada and then down into Attala County. Now northwest Mississippi, pretty dry out there this morning. You can see it there stretching from like Sunflower County all the way up into DeSoto County. Not dealing with a lot of rain this morning. However, right after you cross 55 and come into northeast Mississippi, very different story out there. So showers ongoing across the board. I encourage you, if you're getting out and about east of 55, I would have the rain gear, especially if you're traveling along the Golden Triangle region where we're seeing a few heavier pockets pass through from places like Lowndes down into Noxubee County. Along 45 this morning, you're hugging 45 from Columbus to Crawford and also stretching all the way down into Macon as well. So some heavier pockets moving into those specific counties. Again, no lightning associated with this, but still could see some moderate to heavy rainfall. As you can see, those orange and red returns coming up on our Mississippi Live radar this morning. Another heavier pocket sitting between Fulton and Amory as well. So if you're traveling along there, along 371, Carolina, Evergreen, you're going to be dealing with some pretty heavy rain as well. I encourage you to plan ahead for that. I want to show you a live look out in Fulton so you can get a better picture of what's actually going on, some ground truth out there for you. This is roadways over in Fulton from those NDOT traffic cameras looking at 25 and I-22, and you can see just those wet roadways ongoing in every single one of those cameras out there. I'm going to take it back one more time. Make sure you got a good look at that, because if you're traveling in those areas I said that had a lot of rainfall ongoing, again, that's really a long 45 this morning, especially down in the Gold Triangle region and over in Monroe County. This is what your overall view is going to be, wet roadways out there. So I just encourage you to make sure to plan ahead out there this morning and take it slow. Here's a live look over in Amory. Rain kind of surrounding Amory, but not necessarily ongoing as of right now. They're still seeing wet roadways out there this morning. And let's talk about one more view before we get into your forecast. This is over in Tupelo. You can see some clouds out there, a lot of clouds, and then also some rain and some sprinkles that got on that camera. Rainfall just passed through the city of Tupelo, now kind of surrounding still in Lee County. So rain ongoing across the area in a lot of our counties, especially in northeast Mississippi. Temperatures warm in the 50s, so definitely not as chilly as we've been experiencing over our past work week by any means. Here's a look at your airport delays out there this morning. Know anybody taking maybe an early holiday flight? Not tracking any moderate or major delays coast to coast from San Francisco, Denver, all the way back into portions of the eastern coast from Orlando, all the way up into the LaGuardia Airport this morning. Sitting here in North Mississippi, we're going to be seeing temperatures climbing through the 50s over your next few hours. Middle 50s by 9, upper 50s by 10, near 60 by 11. You can see rain chances kind of hanging on around 30%, then eventually to 20% by your 11 o'clock hour. I think we could see a little bit of a lull. We'll talk about it in future casts, but a little bit of a break in the overall rainfall by midday before it picks right back up into your afternoon. High temperatures this afternoon going to be in the 60s out there, so definitely a mild day ahead. Low 60s closer to the Tennessee state line, middle 60s the further south that you go. 65 in Houston, 66 Grenada, 66 Greenwood. So a little bit warmer down south. Here's the thing, nice afternoon to get out and about if you could, but we're going to be tracking rain that could be on the heavier side of times all the way through your afternoon. So not going to be a great day that you're going to want to continue to get out and about. Let's take it hour by hour. What can you expect for your day ahead? This is at 9 a.m. So going into your mid-morning, rain looking to continue in northeast Mississippi. So even if you're not getting out until 9, you're in northeast Mississippi, I encourage you to keep the rain gear with you. We'll see that heaviest batch of rain continue to pour into places like closer into our Alabama counties, and then continue to move off from there. So that continues to push off to the east by noon. Now this, you can still see rain on here, but a lot of our counties, a lot of our towns looking dry around noon. So that's why I say a little bit of a break in our overall coverage of rain going into midday. But these are showers that are about to cross over the Mississippi River. And as they do, they're going to be entering northwest Mississippi around 2 p.m., coming into northeast Mississippi around 4 p.m. This is all ahead of that front that's coming in. A few of these could be on the heavier side at times, could bring some gusty winds and heavy rainfall as they make their way through. So I encourage you, if you have any afternoon plans, continue to check up with the forecast. Make sure you have the Mississippi Live Weather app downloaded and handy. We'll continue to send updates, and you can see a live interactive radar right there in the palm of your hand before you head out the door. So rain continuing into your afternoon. This is that main line we're watching. So as that rain kicks in this afternoon, don't think that you're one and done. We'll see another round push through northwest Mississippi around 4 to 5 p.m., continuing into northeast Mississippi around dinner time. So 6, 7, 8 p.m. looking like this secondary line coming in with that cold front finally passing through. The good news is, even though the back half of our day is pretty wet out there here in North Mississippi, as we head into bed tonight, rain's going to be out of the area. Even cloud cover looks to clear out, and we're looking at a really clear back half or front half of the day on Friday, and then all the way throughout your Friday as well. Really looking at clear conditions throughout your day, and the end of the work week, we're going to round it out on a pretty sunny note. but a much cooler note as well. Take a look at our temperature setup across the United States tomorrow. Now warm over to the west, but let's talk about closer to home here in North Mississippi. We are looking at a brief, and I say very brief, shot of cooler air with a dip in the jet stream, that front coming in, bringing cooler conditions in for one day and one day only. And that's going to be for your Friday. So if you like the cooler conditions, I encourage you to enjoy Friday. Take a look at high temperatures as we round out your work week. We're 60s today. We'll drop at 10 degrees and be in the 50s tomorrow. Even some of us closer to the Tennessee state line, not getting out of the 40s. 46 in South Haven, Senatobia 47, 46 from Prentice to Alcorn County. 50s the further south that you go. Still cool though, and below average for this time of year across the board out there for your Friday. So if you got any plans Friday, also a little bit breezy out there, you're going to be wanting your layers back that you didn't need today. Look at your high temperatures though. I say one day and one day only, because we're near 50 out there for Friday, and we jump right back up in full force. So I want to show you your full high temperatures over the next 7 days. We're 60s Saturday through your Monday. Middle 60s for Tuesday. Yeah, that continues to keep going up there. Upper 60s for Wednesday. Thursday, we're in the 70s out there for your Christmas holiday. So yes, warmer than average is going to be the story going into those Christmas days, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the 24th through the 28th. Your temperature outlook looking to be that deep red color, which means warmer than average here in North Mississippi and for the entirety of the Southeast. So no matter where you go across the Southeast, I hope you are not expecting a white Christmas this year, because you're not going to be getting it. 60s out there today. We're into the 40s tomorrow, and 50s, 60s return Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday into the upper 60s as well. Rain chances do return into the back half of your weekend and to start your work week, but nothing to cancel plans for. I want to show you a brief look more in depth of your holiday forecast. Again, Christmas Eve looking to be in the upper 60s. We look to be near 70 on your Christmas Day. So I'm sorry, it's going to be warm out there. Definitely looking like a warm Christmas more than a white Christmas. So definitely want to keep checking up with the forecast. We'll let you know if anything changes. But right now, that looks to be the story, and it looks to remain pretty consistent across the board. So definitely going to be warm out there for your holidays. I'm sorry, I'm the bearer of bad news, but don't shoot the messenger, right? So warmer holiday forecast out there. Make sure to tune in. We'll be live this morning one more time coming up at 7:30. So in the next 10 minutes, we'll see you then.
What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete, but it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.